Hello student, today we will revise chapter 18 wastewater story. So student, in this chapter we learn about sewage. So what is a sewage? A massive amount of wastewater or sewage is dumped into water bodies such as rivers and seas, which pollutes their fresh water and make it inappropriate for any kind of consumption due to the rise of several bacteria and other microorganisms. It not only affects the aquatic life of the water body but also leads to severe disease like cholera, diarrhea and typhoid. So we know that student, in sewage water such as microorganisms, some insects causing disease causing bacteria, and they causes some disease like cholera, diarrhea and typhoid. And in sewage water student, some waste in which first is industrial chemical waste. So it contain harmful chemicals such as lead and mercury are often dumped by industries into the water bodies directly, which contaminate their waste. It means student, industries directly put their impurities in the river and in which it contains some chemical waste. Second type of waste is agricultural effluents. It means some fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides and farm waste are often washed off by the rain of the water bodies and contaminate the water. Some oil spills waste like occur due to accident and leakage of oil in the sea, which lead to loss of aquatic life. So it means some oil pipeline in underground and they leakage, and that's why they affect the aquatic life in the water. Next type of waste is thermal waste. So thermal industries often spill warm water in the water bodies, which decreases its oxygen content, and it also lead to a rise in temperature of water, which is not suitable for aquatic animal. So warm water is directly through in a river, in seas, and that's why oxygen level is decreases in the water, and sometimes temperature of water rising up, and which is not suitable for aquatic life. Suspended solids, and they come from solid erosion, untreated sewage and minings, and these suspended pollutants block the sunlight from reaching the aquatic plants and animals. Now student, next topic, what is waste water? The water that has been used and is not fit for use again is called waste water. It is dirty water from the laundry, toilets, sinks, drains. So we know that student, waste water, it means not fit for use, and it is a very dirty water. It contains so many pollutants in it. There is a bad smell, some chemicals pollutants, there is a color of water is changed. So this type of water is called waste water. And we know that student, water is our lifeline. So we use it for cooking, for washing, for bathing, for drinking. So here student, you can see that some uses of water. We all need clean water, however not all can access the same. Hence it is necessary not only to preserve water but clean the used water before dumping it into the sea or any other water bodies. And this is why the United Nations proclaimed the period between 2005 and 2015 as the International Decade for Action on Water for Life. Now next, what do you mean by cleaning of water? So student, in this topic we already learned that how to clean water and how to reuse water. And after that, this water is used for what purpose? So it is a process in which the pollutants from the water are removed before the water reaches the water body or before it is used again. And this process is also called sewage treatment. So we know that student, and we learn about sewage treatment in our chapter. Now next topic, sanitation and disease. Sanitation refers to the health condition of people related to the disposal of sewage and some provision of clean drinking water. Pure sanitation and polluted drinking water can lead to disease. Hence, a sanitation system aims to provide the clean environment for us so that we can stay away from disease. Impure sanitation can give rise to different diseases that arise from contaminated water such as typhoid, dysentery, hepatitis, polio, cholera, and many other diseases like related to dirty water. The human etc. is a health hazard and can lead to soil and water pollution. It can pollute the surface water and groundwater. Hence, people should never defecate in open areas. So we know that student, some step we can follow for the cleaning of water. We cannot throw some waste directly into water bodies, and also try to minimize the waste at where there is some insects, microorganisms are spread, because the microorganisms spread some disease, and that's why our life, human life, is also very dangerous. Next topic, alternative arrangement for the sewage disposal. We know that student, in a chapter we learn some step and how to dispose sewage, but here is some alternate arrangement for sewage disposal at where we use this system where we cannot use a proper disposal system. As an alternative for sewage disposal, on-site sewage is being used nowadays. For example, static tanks, compost pit toilets, and chemical toilets. The on-site sewage treatment use natural producers to treat and dispose of the waste water or sewage. And in this system is suitable in place where there is no central wastewater collection system. So at where we use this type of system, so the place that there has no central wastewater collection system. First है septic tanks. It means a septic tank is often installed under the ground in houses or buildings such as hospitals. It allows decomposition of sewage from home through the action of anaerobic bacteria. Second option, chemical toilets. A chemical toilet has a separate compartment that treats human waste with chemicals and decreases their odor. Third option is compositing toilet. A compositing toilet treats human waste with biological processes. The aerobic bacteria are present in a storage tank that act upon the waste and turn it into compost. So here is student three option. to use for sewage disposal. So sometimes we use septic tanks under the hospital. Chemical toilets is used as a exhibition ground, as a some human fairs. Compositing toilets also use some biological process. Many organizations have also installed on-site hygienic waste disposal technology in which the human etc. directly flows into a biogas plant and is then used as an energy resource. So we know that, student, what is a biogas? So many organizations have installed on-site hygienic waste disposal system. It means human etc. is directly going to a biogas tank, biogas plant, and they produce a energy resource. They produce a fuel, and we use as a for cooking gas, for in a car, in a vehicles. Next topic, sanitation at a public places. So how to sanitize a public place? How to manage a public place? There are numerous places in our country which are very busy, such as airports, railway stations and bus depots. So these are the busy places. Many times large gatherings such as fairs and festivals are also organized where a large number of people visits, and these result in the generation of large amount of waste, and if the waste is not treated properly, it can lead to several diseases and even an epidemic. So that's why it is very necessary to manage this type of waste, to treat this waste properly. Hence we should all become aware and contribute to maintaining sanitation not only in our home but also at a public place, because we are responsible to pollute this place. So that's why it's our responsibility to sanitize this properly. If we adopt certain practices at a public places, we can help in maintaining their sanitation. For instance, we should not throw a garbage in public places and always use the dustbin. We should not split around in a public places. So student, these are the steps to remember in your mind and also apply some public place. So student, show this video carefully and try to write down in your notebook. Thank you.